Good morning. Welcome to today's episode of Tooth Teacher Tuesday. Want to extend a belated Father's Day greeting to my father and for all the other fathers out there. I hope you all had an excellent day celebrating. And I also want to wish everybody a happy summer, especially for students and teachers or anyone else that takes this time of year off. Hope you're enjoying your summer breaks, and that kind of ties into today's subject in a way, and it's a subject we're going to be covering the next few weeks. A while back we did a number of videos about dry mouth and got a lot of good feedback about doing series of videos that are all kind of related. So on that same line of thinking, going to be kicking off several weeks worth of videos talking about a subject that in my mind is closely tied to summer break, which is wisdom teeth. And yes, today is supposed to be oral pathology corner, and no, wisdom teeth are not inherently a pathology, but they can be problematic, as many people will tell you. So let's kind of kick things off and introduce what wisdom teeth are. Basically, wisdom teeth, or as we call them in the dental community, third molars, are just essentially an extra set of teeth that most of us, but not all of us, will have. Typically, most of us will have 4 wisdom teeth: top right, top left, bottom right, bottom left. But some people will have more than that, some will have less than that, some are born without their wisdom teeth at all. A lot of that boils down to genetics. And I think a common question that comes up with wisdom teeth is, why do we have them in the first place? And without going down the whole rabbit hole of the history of human development, the short answer is many, many years ago, back when we were cavemen, our diets were very different. Our survival was very different. And part of that survival depended on having bigger jaws. Looking at skulls from long ago, we can see that the jaws were more pronounced, much bigger, so we had room for more teeth. And again, a lot of that had to do with diet. Nowadays we don't have to chew on the bone as much as we did back in our caveman days. So we needed lots of extra teeth, not only to maintain that diet, but also because we were more likely to lose teeth back then, and we're not like sharks that we have many teeth to replace our teeth. But the odds are, back before modern medicine, modern dentistry, there was a good chance you would lose at least one tooth to infection at some point in your life. And as we as humans have progressed, that trait of having a larger jaw has, for the most part, been aesthetically considered less desirable. So with each generation, our jaws are getting smaller, which not only prevents those wisdom teeth many times from coming in, but also leads to a whole host of other issues such as sleep apnea. And that's a whole different subject, but main point here is that wisdom teeth once had a purpose, kind of like other things you think of, like your appendix is an organ that doesn't really serve much purpose anymore. Same thing with wisdom teeth, and because many of us don't have room for them to come through, they many times create a whole host of issues, and we'll dive more into that in next week's episode. But just to kind of give you a preview, for those who don't have room for their wisdom teeth to come in and end up developing issues. They can look anything like this, or this, or this. And obviously the goal is to avoid that. So we'll talk about what's going on with all those different situations there next week and kind of go into why it's important to get your wisdom teeth out, and then continue the topic for a few more videos after that. So I hope this introduction to wisdom teeth was, helped increase your knowledge of the subject, and again, we'll continue talking about it next week. So I hope you'll tune in. Until then, have a great week, and we'll see you next Tuesday.